Sponsored by Winwing Technologies. Replicates the real Viper's mechanical movement with full metal construction. Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Literally hundreds of you guys have asked us to do a War Games series of videos based on a potential Ukraine-Russian conflict. We can't really do that at the moment because there is a kind of real conflict going on. What we can do is have a bit of a potential matchup with two of the aircraft in question though. I think that's still in okay taste. The premier fighter of the Russians is of course the Su-35S. They've got over 100 of them and they're very capable fighters. The Ukrainians are essentially back in the 80s. They've got modernized versions of the legacy Su-27 with old legacy missiles. So already this is pretty much a one-way fight. We are going to put these two against each other in a BVR, beyond visual range situation, as they would probably find themselves in real life. The kinematic spec of the aircraft are not too dissimilar. In terms of body, weight and whatnot, they're almost identical. In terms of avionics and weapons is where, of course, they differ. The Ukrainian Su-27 flankers, which I've had the pleasure of seeing twice in real life at Riot Air Show, England, is equipped with Ukrainian-made Alamo R-27 missiles. We've got the R-27ER and the R-27ET. They've also got for close range the legacy Archer Mark 1, a bit like a Sidewinder. It is vectored thrust, but it's nowhere near as good as, say, a modern American Sidewinder AIM-9X or something like that. Also, they have jammer pods. 60% fuel, 12,000 pounds. On to the Russians. These guys are years ahead with the Su-37S. These have much more modern missiles. They have, at least as far as the game cares, the same ECM jammer pods here. For close range, they've got the Archer Lima version, a much more modern version of the Archer, high off-bore sight and superior maneuverability and track. The mainstay missile is going to be the R-77M Adder-C, equivalent to a very modern version of the NATO's AMRAAM. It is Fox 3 technology instead of Fox 1 like you have on the Alamo radar-guided missiles. Range compared to the legacy Alamos on the flanker is much better, well over twice the range. In Alamo you might get say 30 miles, maybe 40 miles. This well over 100 miles. Also has home on jam capability, rendering jammers much less useful. Basically this weapon here is top of the range and it's better than those Alamos on that Su-27 in every way. Also, we've got a couple of R-37s. This isn't really an anti-fighter missile, it's more of an anti-bomber missile, but we figured it's going to be probably so easy for this aircraft, we'll put them on for fun. Super long range missiles, think the AIM-54 Phoenix of the Americans, but modernized. Superior radar in the Su-35, superior update, superior coverage, and superior range. RCS, radar cross-section, detectability should be about the same in both aircraft. Both have EOIRST, which is this bobble here, for passive EO sensing. So, in terms of avionics, in terms of weapons, the Su-35 wins this every time. So this is going to be more of a test of, could the Ukrainian flanker beat the Russian Su-35 in any circumstance? I can't really think of a way in which it can. I think the only way this could win is if it somehow forced this guy down into a dogfight, of which this guy would still be better equipped, but at least this guy would stand more of a chance. We haven't done any tests yet because we wanted to have this as a real fresh dogfight. We don't like, scripting anything. We're going to see just how it goes as we do it. Predictions, Simba.
I think the Su-35 is going to take it. It's newer, more advanced missiles, more advanced radar. Newer beats older.
Scott, can the legacy flanker find any way of beating the Su-35?
Not a chance. Even in ACM, the thrust vectoring is just going to kick in on the Su-35.
I'm going to guess, obviously, with the Russians, I can't see any way in which this guy could fight unless there was maybe two of these for one of these, then maybe, but otherwise, no chance. The fight will be starting at 26,000 feet north and south of Cyprus Island to keep it away from Russia and Ukraine, 70 nautical miles away from each other, otherwise everything is fair and square. We cannot see each other on our maps and there is no AWACS, so we'll only have our own sensors. I will mute comms and we'll start in 10 seconds. Okay, valued viewers, it's just me and you now. We're going to jam, and we'll talk about the relevance of that in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 70 miles on the nose. Let's go radar on, BVR. See what we got. Fire it out. No contact yet. Jammer on. Now, I, with my R77 mic, can fire home on jam mode, which will burn through. It's not quite work, but I can fire at him when he's jamming, basically. So I can just sit and snipe from long range. That is his contact there. Currently at a range of 200 kilometers. Okay, he's jamming. There's his jamming strobe. I've got a lock on the jamming strobe, and I can fire my first R77. R77 selected. What I can do now is go and put my nose up and lob a long range, super long range missile at him. Probably won't hit. You never know. And missile out. And off the power. He's now got 100 plus mile range capable R77 mic on him in home on jam mode. Now I'm going to crank off to the side a little here. I can still see my track there on the home on jam. And while he's jamming, like at the moment, I don't know his range, and I don't think I know his altitude either. I do know his azimuth, and that's it. I would love nothing more than to press F10 and find out where he is, but unfortunately we can't do that. Turn back in. Okay. Well, we can see his azimuth there. Still no range information. Tempted to fire another missile at him. Now his missiles have smoke trail. He's just fired a missile, you see that? No, he's flaring, sorry, he's flaring. No, he's fired a missile, Cheeky son of a gun. Right, I'm going to fire mine. I'm going to flare. I'm going to get down. I think he fired an Alamo ET at me. Re-engage. Searching for him. Okay, got his strobe. Seems we beat his missile. Seems he's beaten my missiles. Got his range now. Firing again.
Missile 12 o'clock low.
He's fired at me. I fired at him. Okay, I'm getting down. Gonna notch him. There's his missile. Right, he has indeed forced an ACM. I didn't think he was going to do that, but well done, Simba. In we go again. Start climbing up and see if we can see him over that hill. No splash so far. Now I'm going to use what my plane's really good at, long range. I'm going to get out of here. Sorry about the noise. Head back out to the upper side of the island and snipe him from range, because I've got to use what my plane is good at. Big long-range sensors, big long-range missiles. No data link, obviously, no AWACS. Radar off. ECM off. External views are allowed. Turn back in, ECM on. Radar on. Sorry about the overg, I don't know how to turn it off. Right, there he is. Lock him. Lost him. He's behind that hill there. He's right on that azimuth there behind that hill. Right. Okay. Come back, Simba. Come back. I'm going to climb and see if I can look over that hill. That's what I'm going to do next. There he is. Pop. He's right over that hill. You see him there? He's playing silly buggers over that hill. I can even visualise him. Do I want to take a shot yet? I'm not sure. Is he going to go behind the hill? He's gone behind the hill. Okay, chill. Okay, that's a shot right there. R77 in the face. Out it goes. He's doing exactly what he should do with that flanker. He's going low and he's hiding behind the terrain. He's behind the terrain again. That missile will fail. Or will it? Or will it? Or will it? That's going to hit him. And he can't see me. It's a kill. We wore him down. We played maturely. We stayed away from him. And we won it. Let's go and have a look at the attack view. Okay, off we go. 70 nautical miles away from each other. I fire. The missiles are going to come up wrong. That was actually an R-77M. Turns out I massively overestimated how good that missile was. Oh no, sorry. Wrong way around. Wrong way around. My bad. That's me. That's him. So Simba, I don't know why he did this, but he fired an Alamo at 60 miles. He fired that. I then fired my R-77 at 50 miles, which should be within the range capabilities of that missile. See that go. Simba fires in the third missile. And there is something to be said about getting...
That's the second one.
Oh, there is something to be said about getting rid of missiles early anyway, because you don't need them all, and it just weighs the plane down. So look at the difference in the performance of the missile. A, mine tracks. B, mine easily has the legs to go 50 miles. Obviously, it's a completely unfair fight. Simba is going to dodge that because he didn't die. Look at that, it's tracking him. Oh, it failed. Look at that. It failed, or he notched it, or he just beat it, fair and square.
Yeah, it ran out of energy just as they were meeting.
Right, okay, well, there you go. I launched another one at him. He's in a notch at the moment. It may not track at all. It hasn't tracked. Yes, it has tracked. God, my missiles are so much better. Yours to drop out the sky up to 10 miles. Alamo, not so good. Okay, that's going to be very close. Very close, look at that. He's doing all sorts of dodging and notching. He did it. And he got a good shot off me. Fair play, Simba. Notching massive advanced missiles and got an ER off at me. And he's going to use that because it's a Fox 1 to send me cold. I'm on an offensive crank, as you can see. I'm on like a 50-degree offensive crank. And I launched another 77 at him. Now he's using the terrain here to break line of sight. And it will just break line of sight, as you can see. Obviously, it can't track him if it can't see him. Look how I just hopped over that mountain. What a missile that is. He beat it, line of sight. He got another one off me, and that's going to be enough. Probably just to send me cold, if I remember. No, it didn't. It's dead. It's dead missile, not tracking. Now, here was the turning point, guys. Stop. At that point, we are 10 miles away from each other, and I realised he's trying to get me in a dogfight, which is obviously what he's trying to do. It's the only way he can win this. And I said, no, it's not going to happen. So look what I did next. I turned around, and I ran away to the north of the island, where you can't hide behind mountains. Simba realised what I was doing, went straight back. And then I turned around and came back in. So it's a good mature way of fighting for the aircraft. Just a bit like fighting in a Tomcat. You don't really want to get in a dogfight with an F-16 or an F-18 if you can help it. Due to, weapons differences. Simba's doing exactly what he should. Hovers around this mountain, forcing me in. And it was really just a case of me catching him at the right time. I caught him at this time when he was over this side of the mountain. Wrong place, wrong time for Simba. And there's nothing he can do to dodge that. Is in a valley, but only way Simba could have flown better is if he'd have just stayed that side of the mountain and waited for me to come in. But there was no guarantee that I was going to come in, or I could have gone round the mountain and gone back behind him. Very little Simba can do. Really good first fight. I'm chuffed with that. Like I said, we've had no practice because we want to, show it as we work things out. It's more decent way of doing it.
Yeah, just something for the viewers to know is we intentionally don't have an AWACS, so I don't know where Cap is. Cap doesn't know where I am, and we're playing cat and mouse, and we're trying to, in our mind, put where we think the opponent is. So, like I said, I knew he had the better radar system, so all I could do is go to terrain, and I was going, okay, the only way I'm going to be able to pop a shot is if I can peek over the terrain and lock him up and fire. And I just put myself in a valley. Roger. Yeah, again, wrong place, wrong time. The way I managed to find you, by the way, is I knew you'd be behind that big mountain. There's a big central mountain. And I figured if I was him, that's where I'd be hiding. And it just so happens you were there. I don't want to be over-aggressive because if I miss with my missile and get close to him, he can win. I just want to prod him away. Like that gladiator with the long sticky thing. Keep him away. Right, I'm pausing. Okay, BVR. Radar on. ECM on, 77, I'm perfectly happy with his missiles. I don't think the R-37 has home on jam. You know, why don't we try it? I think we're going to win so easily. I'm going to try an R-37. There he is. Lock him up. Let's see what we can get out of the R-37. Launch, baby. 60-mile shot. Look at the size of the thing. And back off Mike, get 77s ready for a proper fight. It's a smoke missile, he will see it coming. Gonna go on an offensive missile crank. I can
tell the angle on my SA screen. Oh, got no cursor, but on my SA screen down there, I can see the angle, the max off-bore sight angle I can do is 70 degrees in the flanker. So I'll put him off about 50 degrees. It's going to negate any missiles that he's going to fire at me. I don't want to go around too fast because I'm not familiar with the flanker and I don't know its structural limitations, wings, stuff like that. There's no point going too fast if you don't have to. End up breaking my own aeroplane. I'm going to have a guess that he's about 40 miles now. I might pop in, I might even have a... No, I should maybe think. What shall we do? Let's have another look, shall we? No hurry. There he is. He's gone high this time. That's interesting. That makes him very vulnerable. Let's give him an R77. Well out of the range of his missile. Well, I'm probably within the range of his missiles, actually. Let's give it a go, though. We'll see his aspect is left to right. Add a C out. Smokeless missile. Will not see it coming. Okay, I am now... He's going into a notch. You can see he's notching right to left. And he's far... No, that's him conning. I haven't seen him fire any missiles. I think he's dead this time. Always remember, valued viewers, go high to die. Go high to die. He's gone up to 40,000 feet and he will die because of it. You see him there. I can just sit here pumping missiles at him now. Pretty much broken his jam. Let's try an R70... Oh, I haven't got any R37s left. Look at that. That's weird. Oh well. He's going down. He's notched my missiles. Take this chance to burn in. Let's get another one off. Missile away. He's going to fire at me. I'm going to go offensive missile crank to negate his missile. Sorry about the loud sound. I will turn that down for your valuable viewer ears. Oh, I've lost lock. How about that? Did not see that coming. And he's locking me. Oh dear. Not sure what's happened there. Is that a missile? He's fired a missile at me. I'm getting out. Quite sure what happened there, valued viewers. I just lost track all of a sudden. Unless he's dead. Is he dead? No, he's not dead. Right. Let's be mature. Let's get out. Let's not get sucked into another fight. Great notching from Simba so far. He's defeating all these big, you know, 2000 era missiles. He's doing well. Fuel is sweet. No idea where the fuel gauge is. If anyone knows where the fuel gauge is, I would love to know that right now. What I'm doing is I'm going to drag... He's fired at me again! He's an aggressive young man, isn't he? He's very aggressive. He's fired multiple missiles at me. Again, let's be mature about it. Let's drag him out over the ocean where we want to fight him. Okay, in we go. Let's load up the G.
Missile 6 o'clock high.
Yeah. Don't you worry about it, my darling. I've got it covered. I can't see him. I can't see him.
12 o'clock high.
I can't see him. Getting out. Where is he shooting me from? Simba, where are you shooting me from? You son of a bitch. Wow, he's winning in a BVR fight. What the heck's going on? Running away again. How far away from balls? Only 20 miles. Let's get a bit more distance. Where are you, Simba? Where are you, Simba? Why can't I see you? Have another look. Come on.
3 o'clock high.
Oh, shut up, woman. Where is he? Where is he? And why can't I friggin' see him? There he is. Got him.
Missile
Fire.
12 o'clock high.
Missile away. Evading. Okay, Simba. It's time to dance. He's close. He's like 10 miles away. Right, I've sent him defensive. We know that. Let's get some distance now. He's gone quiet. Okay, let's go. Let's hunt him down. He would have gone low to defeat my missile, so I'm going to go low. He was on the south vector. I remember that. There he is. There she is. Fire. Caught him. I caught him with his pants down again. He's in the middle. He's just recovered from a notch, but he's not going anywhere. I'm going to fire a 37 at him. See if you can suck a 37, Simba. He's going to die. That 77's got him. Go high to die. He's got a 37 on him now. Look at him trying to defeat it. Might even put an ET on him for fun. Oh, he's dead. He's down. Lovely job. Well done, Simba. That was very good of you.
He ripped its wing off.
Oh, he really? Yeah, I mean, it was going to go one way at that point, but that was a really close one. That's really well fought by Simba. Again, I just beat it by, I guess you call it mature fighting, basically. I refused to get sucked in. I refused to get, do what he wanted. So, anyway, we started here. Simba, interestingly, starts in a kind of weird notch thing that I've never seen before. But okay, let's see where it goes. I fire at 60 miles with the mighty Lord's lightning stick, the R-37.
And again, just barely missed him.
The power of that missile is something. It's Mach 5. At that point where it's about to hit him, it's Mach 4. I don't know how I'm going to do that. He did an amazing notch. I must admit, Simba's done an amazing job so far. Bearing in mind the one-sidedness of this fight. There's R-77 to put him on his toes. He's in a completely defensive notch, as you can see, which is great. It's worked. I've lost the radar track. No. Look at it try and follow him. It just beat it kinematically, look. And he's turned in. Let me just stop there. I've got another RT-77. Look at that. Look how close it was. He's got skills because he managed to get that Legacy Alamo out. It's never going to threaten me, obviously, at 23 miles at these aspects, but...
Right, but it puts you on defensive.
Yeah. Okay, I've gone defensive at that point because I've lost track. I see why I lost track. I lost track because he'd gone low and done a full 90-degree notch. I probably could have carried on, but I'm not in a desperate situation. I got a better plane by miles. Why don't I just run away? So I did. Now, this is where Simba's got the upper hand somehow. I don't know quite know how he managed it, but he started firing missiles on a cold aspect, which is weird. He didn't do it to kill me. He did it to put the willies up me, basically, which it did. But another one, again, lets me know that I'm being chased. At this point, again, I just run around, doing the mature thing, run around, turn away, back in for 20 miles. He's fired another one at me. Weirdly, an Archer, which is a dogfight missile. That must have been an accident. 20 miles. I scan him on my radar, and I can't find him for some reason. He's chucking missiles at me. So I do, again, it's a boring word. Mature is boring, but it's, win fights. So I turned away. I ran away again. Maintained 20 miles. Turned in again. This time, I think I managed to pick him up on my radar. Yeah, I got him with my radar this time. He's already got a missile out, but his missiles are, I don't say rubbish. They're, the 80s missiles. These are 2000s missiles. He's in a very good notch. His notch discipline is excellent throughout the fight. This is here just to put the willies up him. And once he's got the willies up him, I turn back in and I'll finish the job because it will put him in a bad aspect to put him in. He actually dodged that completely, look. All done. Okay, at this point, Simba sees that I'm going out to sea and he doesn't want to commit, so he goes on an offensive crank. And that's where I catch him. I've got him out in the flat open, which is where I want him here. And he's dead now. He's got nothing to hide behind, look. I've got an R-77 out. At this point, there's no recovery. There's nowhere for him to hide. You can't beat 10 miles at 2,000 rated missiles. It just can't be won. He did beat them, amazingly. Again, good notch discipline. But he tore his own wings off, which, one way or another, he was going to die there. Well done, Simba. I think that's the best that we can get in there. Let's swap roles. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, jammer on or off. Jammer on or off. Jammer on. Still worth having the jammer, even if you can see through it. Radar on or off. Radar on. Right, first thing I want to do, valued viewers, is burn. Get as close to him as I can. I need to get that distance down. I've got to get in there. He spiked me. He's probably fired a missile already. Wonder if I can get a cheeky missile on him.
Authorized.
Okay, I'm going to fire a missile at him just because, to scare him. Won't hit him, obviously. But at least he knows something's coming towards him now. He's probably fired at me. I'm going to keep it going as long as I dare. He's going high. Where's his missile? Where's his missile is the question. I'm going to fire again. I've got no worries about running out of missiles. I've got 1,000,000 missiles. He's fired at me. Offensive missile crank. Don't think I've got as much radar azimuth coverage as him. I'm judging the crank limits by the SA screen, as you can see. I'm going into a notch. have to use the airframe to its limits here. Still maintaining a lock.
Maximum speed.
Don't worry about that.
Maximum speed.
Keeping on the notch, keeping on the notch.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
Must not tear the wings off.
Maximum speed.
Turning in for a shot. I've lost him.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
It's up there somewhere.
Maximum speed.
There he is. I see him. I friggin' see him. Radar up.
Missile 12 o'clock high.
Shit. Alright, chill, chill, chill. We got this.
Missile 3 o'clock low.
I know. Turning in. I want a shot at him. Gotta get to that mountain. Gotta get to the mountain. Looking for him. Where is she? We're at the mountain. There she is. Fire!
Launch authorized.
Pull! Fire! Change the weapon. ET, get the ET out. Fire everything. We got him. We've got him. We've got him. Don't panic. He's only just turned to see us. And fire.
Launch authorized.
All the missiles on him. He didn't see us. We notched too well. We notched too well. Here she comes. Here she comes. Is that a missile? Why is that moving so fast? What have I got a lock on? No, that's him. That's him. We have forced him into ACM, ladies and gents. Just a few miles away now. What are we even tracking? There he is. There he is. I see him.
Launch authorized.
Fire! Hand it over to the archer.
Launch authorized.
Come on, Simba. Come on, Simba. Fire! Ah, you bitch! We've got him into a dogfight. Where is she? Where is she? Calm down. Calm down. Is he dead? He's dead! Yes, we won! How the hell did we do that? That was a great example of how we can do it. Let's go and look at the attack for you.
Once I lost that first lock on you, I couldn't find
Yep.
you again.
I had the same problem when I was. That's why I had to run away and just, you know, because I didn't know what to do. That it shows it. Well, it shows it can be done, you know. So let's see what happened. Okay, I put my scare shots out. He put his killer shots out. Neither was effective. I went to this massive notch here. Look. He put R-77 out. I notched it. He turns around, which is fair enough. He turns back in. This is where he needs to kill me, 20 miles away. He couldn't acquire me. I get an Alamo out. I know it's not going to do anything, but it's going to scare, going to put the willies up him. The best thing I can do is panic him. The best thing he can do is not be panicked. 10 miles, and I just fire everything. Again, just to put the willies up him. I then falls into a dogfight. He can't find me, so he's lost it there when he couldn't pick me up right there over that mountain. And as soon as he starts turning around in circles, that's it. I'm forced to dogfight one way or another at that point. He was going down. Great. Really good. Shows that it's doable. Do you want to have another round? I can see you were doing a bit of butterfingers there.
Yeah.
On. BVR on. Radar on. ECM on. Right, what's the first thing we do, value viewers? It's burn close as quickly as we can. He's got to keep us away, just like I've been going on and on about. Lock him up.
Authorized.
He spikes me, I spike him. Okay, he's probably got a adder out on me. I'm going to put a scare missile out. Again, it upsets him. He doesn't know what to do. Am I in range? Am I not in range? And I'm going down to my missile crank. I'm going to go right this time. And we're in the crank. On the radar limits. On the stops, as they say. Try not to lose him. Pinned on the stops.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
I have to use my jet to its maximum capabilities, unlike the Su-35.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
Okay. I'm going to start reeling him in.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
Fire a scare shot.
speed.
There he is. Scare shot, fire. Missile won't fire. There we go. Get on the crank limits. Get on the stops. On the stops. Get low. It's getting closer. Going for another shot.
Missile 12 o'clock high.
Get the shot out.
Missile 12 o'clock high.
Get on the stops. He's turned. I've lost him. Going in for a dogfight. There's his missile. Too high.
Missile 9 o'clock.
I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it. Let's go and get him. Oh, in the face. In the face. Yeah. Simba just did better that time. Simple as that. Okay, Simba.
Cap.
That's the best I can possibly fly. I had, as you'll see in the movie, I had everything on the limits. I was 1650 kilometers an hour all the time, as fast as I can go. I was as low as I could get, scraping the treetops. I had you in an offensive missile notch the whole way, pinned the radar to the stops. I've got myself right to the limit there. So let's quickly see what happened. I went up for a scare shot. Didn't really have much effect. I went down into my notch. Simba gets a killer 77 out. I get another scare shot. Again, I've got him pinned to the radar stops here. So I'm doing the best cranking I can while not losing his position. Another scare shot. We're down to 20 miles. His original missile still, he's got another missile on me. I'm in a canyon. I'm doing the best I can. I've not lost him.
Yeah, watch that second missile.
Oh, it's got me. Look at that.
I think I launched at probably at least Mach 1.3, 1.4 from 30,000.
Yeah, by the time it hit me, it was... Oh, it's slow. It was subsonic. It was 500 knots. It was beatable. I was, again, kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was at a hot aspect chasing you over the mountain. You did well. You did the right thing. You turned away. And one of those missiles going to get through. I think that's all we can do with that fight, Simba. That's the best you can do. I'm glad I got you at the beginning. Again, I was at the right aspect. I broke your radar lock. And then you recommitted. And I got you. This time you were more mature. You turned away. Made sure you didn't get me into that mountain. Simba, any feedback?
No, it's a good fight. It just shows, like, learn to notch. You know what I mean? Learn to notch and you'll survive. At least as long as you can. Like, you can't beat everything, but you can definitely avoid a few.
It takes a long time for someone to learn the understanding of notching. We've got a video on it, and other guys have got a video on it, so you can go and watch that if you want, valued viewers. Scott, any takeaway thoughts?
I agree with Simba. You know, if the Ukrainian pilots can use their skill to notch, then they might be able to survive and fight another day. But if they try to go head to head, they're just going to get annihilated.
Well, there was one small error you may have spotted. I accidentally had 2 Alamos on the Su-35 when me and Simba were flying it, but the rest were as described. I hope you enjoyed that. And any other dogfights you want to see, let us know, and I'll see you later.